What up guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about the big huge rematch that's taking place on this weekend. You've got Tony Bellew, who's got a record of 129, lost to 19 KOs, facing David Haye in a rematch, who's got a record of 128, lost 3 and 26 KOs. This is a big huge anticipated rematch and I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously the last fight David Haye got stopped in round 11, and that was 4th of March when they fought each other. David Haye ruptured his Achilles in round 6 and carried on until round 11, but his balance was off in general and he got stopped. How do I see this fight going itself? I think it's going to be a very interesting fight, depending on which David Haye turns up. In general, I think the last fight, David Haye was too big. And what I mean by that, if you look at the top half of David Haye's upper half, it looked like he bulked up a bit too much and was just looking for the big shots. And it was a bit, like he says in his interviews, it was a bit very amateurish from him to look forward and looking for those big shots and landing those big shots, haymakers. Tony Bellew showed his boxing skill in general. He does the basics very well, Tony Bellew does. And he was counter-punching David Haye. David Haye is not known to be getting to counter-punch, but he got to counter-punch that night. Tony Bellew was just waiting for the shots to come, tucking up, lead left hooks, lead right hands he was throwing, and he was catching David Haye with those shots. In general, when David Haye was landing the shots himself, Tony Bellew was using intelligent distance each time. So what was happening was he was going on the back foot, and they weren't landing flush because he was moving off the rope every time they were coming. So it was quite intelligent boxing from Tony Bellew. He has got underrated boxing skills. I do rate Tony Bellew a lot. But in general, I just see David Haye, from what I've been looking at the videos in general, David Haye looks like he's gone back to the old cruiserweight David Haye. I mean, I know they're fighting at heavyweight, and you're probably going to be thinking, what cruiserweight David Haye? But in general, when he came in lighter, when he fought the likes of, Nikolai Valuev, and he fought someone like, Ruiz. In general, he was in a lot of his frame. In general, he looked lighter, and for that reason, he was able to use his angles and those big shots that he would throw, and use his head movement and his counter punches. What I think in this fight, in general, I can see David Haye kind of going back to the old David Haye, and hopefully, and hopefully producing the goods and beating Tony Bellew. But it's one of them, you can't write off Tony Bellew. In general, I do think he's come a long way. Yeah, he's proved a lot of people wrong. No one expected him to do that to David Haye, but he did, and he showed, that I can beat David Haye, and I can take him on and beat him at his own game. So respect to him. But I think it's going to be a very good, tough fight, and I think it is going to be exciting in general. If you look at David Haye, as he's got older and he's got injured as well. Obviously he hurt his bicep as well recently, which then had to get postponed from December to now. But with the Achilles and then getting injured from that as well, it's a lot of wear and tear on your body. Now, a lot of people, a lot of pundits, a lot of people who are, following boxing for a very long time are saying that his wear and tear on his body, and that could be a big deciding factor in the fight. Even Carl Froch was saying as well about, David Haye's not, is it one of them that too many injuries now and his body's just giving way? Is that the case? Could it be? I don't know. I think even the likes of bringing Ruben Tavares back into his camp, that's been a big blessing for him, because really Ruben Tavares got him ready for all his heavyweight fights. If you look at it, do your research as well, it is that Ruben Tavares was the one who got him in shape. And in general, I think this David Haye is looking a lot more leaner, a lot more clean, and he looks like David Haye is always in good shape. But on that night, I was just surprised at why he's looking for this one big shot to knock Tony Bellew out. Obviously it didn't work, and it was just swinging all over the show, which wasn't even really David Haye. Was out, what the hell are you doing? But I think this David Haye looks a bit more focused. And I don't think he's going to underestimate Tony Bellew this time, because he knows that Tony Bellew can produce his own game and bring it. Same way with Tony Bellew. I don't think Tony Bellew is going to be underestimating David Haye. I think he knows that he's in for a fight, and this will probably be the best David Haye coming. But let me know what you guys think of the fight as well. Are you excited as I am for this big heavyweight showdown? Let me know what you guys think. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube page, Triple B Boxing TV. Thank you.